How's it going, guys? Today, what we're going to talk about is how I sold some used camera equipment on the internet, and I want to talk to you about how I did that. And speaking of my camera gear, I also have a kit that I've set up, and so the link is in the description. So go ahead and click on that if you want to know all of the gear that I use to make all of my videos. And at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about what I call the rule of 2/3. So selling is very different from buying, obviously, but all the videos that I've stumbled across on YouTube when it comes to like searching for selling used camera gear, it's all these clickbait videos about switching systems from Canon to Sony or Panasonic or whatever. And there really aren't any videos out there, at least that I could find, of how, practically speaking, do you sell used gear and get good money back for it. So in today's video, I'm going to show you what I did to sell my old camera body and one of my old lenses, and I'm going to talk to you about the money that I got back from it so I could upgrade to my new camera gear. Just a quick disclaimer, guys, the app that I used to sell my camera body and lens on the internet was OfferUp, and this video is not an ad for OfferUp at all. OfferUp, if you're watching this right now and you want to pay me to make a video or a follow-up video on the specifics of using your app and how I sold this stuff, get at me. Link in the description, hit my email. So when it comes to selling your used equipment online, the first place you might feel inclined to go is Craigslist. Now, if you're on the buying end of this transaction, Craigslist is a place you may want to go to score yourself a great deal on something. But on the flip side, if you're trying to get good value back for some of your used gear, because you're going to take that money and put it towards an upgrade of some kind, you're not going to want to sell on Craigslist. In my experience, which you can see in this video, I'll link right here, I have sold a bunch of stuff on Craigslist in my time. I've sold appliances, I've sold furniture, I've even sold a car on Craigslist. So Craigslist is a place where buyers want to just score a good deal and sellers just want to dump their old stuff and get whatever they can back for it. That is not the seller's market that you're going to want to do to get good value back for your camera equipment. So the first item that I sold and tried to get value back from was my old Canon T5i. Now, I bought the Canon T5i with the kit lens. I bought it for $650 back in 2016. I used that camera for like a year almost a year. And I ended up selling it for $350 on OfferUp. And it only took me about 10 days to get it sold. Now, so what you're thinking is, oh wow, I bought it for $650, sold it for $350. That's not really a good deal. But at the time I sold the Canon T5i, the price had dropped from $650 to $550. So for me to sell a $550 camera brand new, selling a used one that I'd used for a year for $350, that equivalent was about 2/3 of the value that I got back from it, even after using for a year. And I was pretty okay with that. And I took that $350 and put it towards the Canon 80D that I ended up purchasing, which is what I'm filming this on right now. So about a month after I sold my Canon T5i, I decided to upgrade my lens as well. So I had the Sigma 30mm 1.4, and I wanted to buy the Sigma 18 to 35mm 1.8 because Colin Ross told me I had to.
If you've been thinking about getting this lens, I highly recommend it. I would have I think the Sigma still might be a good idea in your future, but it's just my opinion.
I'm totally just kidding. But I really did want that lens, and I've been thinking about it for a while. I know it's a super popular YouTube lens, and it's just really high quality, and it was, you know, in a lot of ways nicer than the 30mm. And so the reason I ended up pulling the trigger was because Sigma has a Christmas sale, and therefore I was like, I gotta get this lens now. It's on sale. These things really rarely go on sale. So really quickly, I threw the Sigma 30mm 1.4 on OfferUp for $300. Within 3 days, I sold that lens for $300, and I put that $300 towards the Sigma 18 to 35mm. So the Sigma 30mm, it retails at $500. But the thing is that it's currently also on sale. So you have to kind of take into account, I was selling one Sigma lens which was on sale and buying another Sigma lens that was on sale. So the current price on sale of that Sigma 30mm was $450. It was $50 off. So I basically sold a used lens for $300 when that same lens could be bought brand new for $450. And so therefore, if you do that math, I got 2/3 of value off of the new price of that item. So after my experience selling my used gear on OfferUp, I've come to the conclusion of the rule of 2/3. The rule of 2/3 is that whatever the current price brand new for that item, if you're selling a used one, you should expect to get about 2/3 of that price. Maybe I'm wrong, but my experience with OfferUp has showed me that I think that is the current market value. On OfferUp, I chatted with some people about their trading up, and that's kind of maybe a topic for another video if OfferUp wants to pay me to make a video about how I interacted with some of the people on OfferUp and trading and things like that. After dealing with people and talking to people through the app on OfferUp, I've come to find that I think the rule of 2/3 really does apply. And that's a huge conclusion I came to because it helps me set reasonable expectations. If I ever want to upgrade my current camera rig, I'm going to have to accept the fact that whatever price it is at that point when I want to sell it, I'm only really going to get 2/3 the value back at best for it. And I think 2/3 is a good, barometer, if you will. So what I want you to do is comment below if you think I got totally finessed for my gear. Let me know how, and let me know how I can do a better job. Alright guys, so that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new around here, consider clicking the subscribe button so you get more videos kind of like this, but kind of on some other stuff as well. Hit that blue like button, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.